Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, I don't have any face cam mainly because I'm sick, and that's probably why there's lack of content. So please bear with me as I try to create some content while being sick still. But today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how to solo mine to your own node. And personally, I have stopped solo mining, and I'm going to explain why at the end of the video. But to begin, I'm going to show you guys how to set this up if you're still interested in doing this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go and download KDX if you have not yet, and you need to make sure that you run the node. So if you download KDX, it should look something like this. And what you're looking for is the DAG sync to say 100%, and all this basically showing that it's connected. And once this goes to 100%, that means that your node is fully synced up to the network. And if you want to see the progress of your node, you can head over to settings and then make sure you click advance. You'll get this extra tab here that's called Kaspa. And then if you click that, you can actually see the progress of your node. It usually is going to go all the way to 100% like this, and then it's going to start totaling in all the UTXOs of the network, and then it's going to fully sync up, and then this should say 100%. Once this is at 100%, the next thing you're going to want to download is the Kaspa bridge application here so that you can solo mine to your own node. And you're just going to basically choose whichever one fits your operating system. I'm going to have the link to this down in the description so you can go download the one that's specific to your operating system. For me personally, I'm on Windows, so I'm going to choose the .zip file. Once you downloaded that file, you're just going to want to go to your folders, and personally, I just made a extra folder on my desktop and just named it CAS-B because for Kaspa Bridge. And so what you're going to want to do is extract the Kaspa Bridge zip file into your new folder that you created. And then you're going to have something called KS Bridge. And then you're going to want to go into that. You're going to have two files within this. And you're going to have a config file and then the KS Bridge application. So the next thing you're going to want to do is first figure out your IPv4 address because you're going to need to add it into this config file. To do that, the easiest way is to just click Windows and search CMD for command prompt, and then you're going to want to open that up and just type in ipconfig, and it's going to look something like this. You're going to type in that ipconfig, and then it's going to basically just show you your Windows IP configurations. Then next, depending on what you're connected to, if you're connected to Ethernet, you'll look for the IPv4 address under the Ethernet. And if you're connected to Wi-Fi, then you'll do the IPv4 address connected that is under the Wi-Fi. Now, mind you that this probably should be done with an Ethernet cable. You probably don't want to be solo mining with your Wi-Fi router. And so what you will do is grab the IPv4 address and you'll just copy this address that's right here. And then you're going to go back into your KS Bridge folder and go into the config file. And then what you're going to want to do is make sure that you go to this place where it says caspad underscore address localhost 16110. You're going to go ahead and copy and paste the IPv4 address into this caspad address right here. And you're also going to change the port to be 5555. So basically it would look something like this. So it'll just be like 123.44. Something like that. And then you'll put 5555. So it'll look something like this basically. And that's basically all you got to do in this. And then you'll hit file and then just click save. And then you can get out of that file. The next thing you'll want to do is then run your KS Bridge. And then it might say that Windows is protecting your PC. You'll just click run anyway. And then just go ahead and click allow. And then at that point, your KS Bridge should be connecting to the node. And if it hasn't synced up yet, then your KS Bridge won't connect to the node. But basically, that's all you have to do. to set up the bridge. The next thing you're going to want to do is just set up your miner to mine directly to your node. And that way, all you have to do is log into your Ice River miner, which usually the login is admin for the username, and then the password is just 1234567 8. And then once you log into that, you're just going to go to your mining settings and make sure that you have this stratum plus TCP colon // Make sure that you have this in the very beginning of the address, but then right after the two // you're just going to want to paste in that IPv4 address once again into this, and then you're going to want to put the wallet worker. So basically you're just going to put your Kaspa address, and at the very end you could put .ks0 pro, that's what I put, or you could just put dot and whatever you want. Then you're just going to probably want to restart your miner. Make sure you also save these new settings and restart your miner. And then once your miner restarts, it should connect to your own node that you are running. And personally, I'm just going to go ahead and check to see where the progress is in this. But you could see that currently my node is still syncing up. But once it does sync up and you run the KS bridge, you should start to see a worker name on here, and you should see your miner pop up. Once it pops up, then you know that you are solo mining, because it will tell you the hash rate and basically everything that's going on with that. That's basically how you solo mine with your Kaspa miner. Now, personally, I stopped solo mining just because the hash rate of the network has increased too much. And we can actually see that over here, that the current hash rate is 152 petahashes, but the highest hash rate is 174. When I first started trying to solo mine, the hash rate was only 139 petahashes, and it's been increasing significantly. And this is really volatile, but eventually I'm pretty sure by next week it's going to be stable at around 165 or more petahashes. And my single KS0 Pro is just not going to find any blocks on 1 blocks per second solo mining. So I did about a good week solo mining, trying to find a block. I did it to my own personal node. I kept having connection issues, and mainly it's because I was solo mining to my Wi-Fi router, which without an Ethernet cable. So that wasn't a good idea. I then got an Ethernet cable, and I was just having problems. It does take a lot of maintenance, and I would suggest that you probably look into getting like an HP Elite Mini so that you can run your node 24/7 and just have like a dedicated PC to just run a node. Because personally, I just don't have the best hardware to be solo mining. Then I also tried solo pool mining, but it's basically the same thing. The hash rate's just too high for me to find any blocks. I did solo pool mining for about 2 days and still didn't find anything. Of course, it probably would take way longer, but I just looking at the hash rate and how high it's going up now, I think it's a lot better for a KS0 Pro to be pool mining so that I don't miss out on any Kaspa that this miner can possibly still make with its life cycle before the network hash rate just goes way too high and my KS0 Pro is no longer making any more Kaspa. So personally, I decided to switch back over to pool mining, and that's what I'm doing now. So currently, you could see that since I switched back on, I've made 20 Kaspa already in the past 24 hours. It's looking like it's able to make about 17, 18 Kaspa a day. Right now, it's saying it's only going to make 16 Kaspa a day, but I still have my payout to be paying out every time I hit the 20 Kaspa. So that's what I'm doing right now with my miner. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. And as always, don't be average, be different.